everybody, welcome back to Master Detective Archive Raincoat. It's been a while, my voice changed. For you see, I got in an accident with a leaf blower and an xylophone. And the sub... Okay, let's just start the new sub-story. Raining cats and dogs, that's something I can get behind. Also, it's been a while. How you been? Oh, that's so terrible. Oh my god, really? Well, I didn't even notice it. Oh, you were joking? Why are you playing in my emotions like that? Alright, let's just start. So I'm not gonna lie, last DLC, not my favorite. Let's see what Halara's got.
Halara, do you know where the milk I put in the fridge went? I was saving it for my coffee.
Huh. Beats me.
That's my seat, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say, like...
How much?
Huh?
How much do you want for it? I'll pay your asking price.
What the...
Well?
Never was a fan of that.
You gotta be kidding. Fine. Just keep sitting there.
I will.
Now starting off great, not gonna lie.
Someone's coming. I wasn't expecting guests today.
Guess Halara's the third to arrive? Well, no, Desuhiko was first, so they could be second. Who do we got? Howdy. Well, don't talk our ears off now. I mean,
Right this way. It's a bit cramped in here.
and there's nowhere to sit all of a sudden.
Are you the chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency? My name is Tetra.
What?
Pleased to meet you.
Don't. Lady, you don't want to go to them. They're gonna charge you an arm and a leg. Trust me. Like, Yako can handle this.
I'm the chief. That's just one of our detectives.
Oh, excuse me. Your detective was sitting at the biggest desk here, so I assume that...
Yeah, it's a really nice desk, and I'd like to have it back.
My seat gets stolen the moment I leave it open. Let's sit down.
Somewhere else. I guess he has the couch, yeah. There we go.
I was told you investigate murders.
Oh, golly, I thought you just had your husband cheating on you. Dang. Did you murder somebody? Like, well, I don't think she'd be here if that were the case. Let's retract that.
The murder case. It's possible for us to handle it, but what we can or can't do depends on whether or not the peacekeepers have already gone through it.
I see.
And knowing the peacekeepers, they act kind of fast.
My father passed away in a rather bizarre manner. The peacekeepers declared it was an accidental death. But I just can't believe it was an accident.
The peacekeepers usually try to declare any unnatural deaths as accidents. Why do you suspect that it wasn't one?
My father kept tropical fish as a hobby.
What?
One morning, he was found dead, drowned with his head stuck in the fish tank.
Oh my god.
Do you really think that could be an accident?
Baby.
He drowned with his head stuck in a fish tank? Can you describe the situation?
Like, was there a step ladder nearby? Like, did he fall in? I don't know.
The fish tank is set rather low, so you can view it from above.
Oh, so there's no ladder involved.
My father was in a kneeling position, with his head dunked into the water.
I can't believe this. That's so silly.
That sure is bizarre.
That's a better word.
What did the peacekeepers have to say?
They say he was electrocuted, and passed out when he touched the temperature control switch with wet hands.
No.
And he fell into the water and drowned, unfortunately.
Well, lucky us. We have somebody that can help.
Are you sure the cause of death was drowning?
Yes, that appears to be the case without a doubt. A trustworthy doctor did the autopsy.
I see. From what you've said, you can't really deny that it could have been an accident.
Yako, what are you saying? I mean, we really shouldn't get involved.
No, the problem is the room where my father passed away. It was obvious that someone else had rummaged around.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we can't run from this.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Well, the room has lots of tropical fish tanks lined up.
Do you think a cat did this?
But on the
Is
day
that what
my
they're getting
father
at?
died, all of them were shattered to pieces.
Oh.
And of course there was water and dead fish all over the floor.
Yeah, I don't think a kitty cat did all that. Well, could have been a big one, but...
Someone must have forced their way into the room to do something so terrible. I believe my father was murdered by whoever did that.
That's a fair assumption. I mean... Yeah, it's a shame you're not the detective here, huh? Sorry, lady, it's an accident.
This must be a murder. Please, uncover the truth of my father's death.
I mean, I could interrogate all the fish I want, but lady, you did...
What do you think, Halara?
Beats me. I wasn't paying attention.
You're really not doing yourself any favors here, Lara. We're trying to save the third quarter of these DLCs. Sorry, don't care. Don't get paid to listen.
Don't lie. There's no way you couldn't hear us.
You can assume I don't exist, unless pay is involved.
I can pay. My father left me an inheritance.
Oh, brother, Halara gets paid. No, you should not reward this behavior.
Don't mind my detective. Our rates are always reasonable here.
Then you'll investigate this case on my behalf?
As well, it's not like I got anything else to do.
Huh? Yes, of course. As detectives sworn to protect this town, we can't leave any mysteries unsolved.
There you go. But his expression's all, like, darkened. What's up with that?
Thank you.
What's the issue?
I'm so happy I worked up the courage to come here.
We're glad to have you, but...
The Nocturnal Detective Agency is here to protect the peace of Kanai Ward. You can always count on us.
He sounds so sure of himself.
As for investigating this case, we'll check out the crime scene soon. Promise.
This one's surprisingly vanilla? Like, compared to last case, I mean, I don't know. Halara's ability seems pretty simple.
Jeez.
What's wrong?
That was rather reckless of you to promise.
It's not like I have a choice. I can't just abandon people in need.
Yeah, come on. You gotta give them false hope, and then when you can't deliver, you burrow under the sea and hope they don't return.
I'm Yaku Furio, chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency. I gotta protect this town.
Yeah, and you're doing a great job, bro.
Do you even have a single lead to solve this case?
I mean, we'll go there and find out. Like, come on.
Of course. I'm a detective after all. If I proceed with the investigation, I'm sure I can find some kind of clue.
There you go.
But I'll need your help, Halara.
Yeah, no kidding.
That depends on the payment.
I'm gonna drop it.
You know I don't have a lot of money.
And I mean, you are renting here. You're specifically renting that expensive chair, you know. That debt is gonna add up. You should do me a favor. I'll look the other way.
And you know that I don't work for cheap.
Then, how about a deal instead?
Oh, Yako being a little smarter than you, man.
What deal?
If you solve this case, I'll let you keep a cat here.
Oh. Well, But they're allergic. What are they gonna do?
Really?
Oh.
Yes, really.
For once, in like 60 hours. Actually, I don't actually know how long this game is. Halara drops their guard. The mask is off. Oh, dumb. They're motivated.
Hey, where are you going?
To the crime scene.
Hold on. The client just left. Why don't you wait until tomorrow?
Let the perp get away? Yako. Can't let the trail go cold.
Fine.
What?
I shall review the case's records until then.
Dog.
Alara's fee is cheaper than I thought.
You should probably say cat, but... What are they gonna do with the cat? Like, the fur, it travels. But yes, Halara's raining cats and dogs. I mean, they're not raining cats and dogs. They're not like a cloud. All right, I'll shut up. You effing get it. Man, it feels good to be back on the case, bro. Ooh! Me and detective games. Goes together like...
Thank you for coming.
Oh, she's taking...
You really are willing to investigate the case.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a great guy. Is this your brother, or...
Well, that's our duty at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
I'm kidding. Yako wouldn't do that. But you know, another lady friend when I heard.
Your house is pretty big. Your father must have been well off.
Oh yeah, this is her father's house?
Yes.
Probably his brother.
My father owned a medical devices company. He contributed to Kanai Ward's medical advancements for years.
So there might be motivation here.
I simply can't believe he met his end like this.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what
We'll
happened.
find justice for
That was
him.
blood.
Thank you. I am in your debt.
Yeah, no sweat.
This is my fiance.
Ah,
Jen. We've been living together for about a year now.
I see.
Nice to meet you.
Not gonna bow back. He's primary suspect number 1. Look at them. Look at that. What are those chinos? He just happened to wear a freaking turtleneck. Nobody that's up to no good at all wears a turtleneck.
I'd like to ask you more about the details later, but can we take a look at the scene for now? Oh, before that, do you have a photo of your father?
Of course. Here's a picture from when he was still alive.
What if he just had his head in like a shark?
Thank you.
He always loved those fish. It's
Alara,
tragic how he
over here.
died. Okay.
I'll leave the investigation to you. It's a bit too cramped for all of us to be wandering about.
Yeah, with all this broken glass. Is this just the fortune teller guy with the teeth removed and like he doesn't have the hat?
Keep
Look at that.
speaking to them outside. Talk to me when you're done.
Okay, sure.
Understood.
There's that Japanese word again. Instead of saying okay, understood.
Now, time to review the cards I've been dealt.
Right. Should be pretty simple. It's been a minute since we used Alara ability. though.
Definitely
What the dump? Man, I know this crap. Come on, Shinigami. How long has it been since I even heard Shinigami's? Oh, look at the hood. Dang, finally, like good jiggle physics, bro. Look at that. I'm genuinely just impressed. Like, now let's check this place out. Yeah, I see what's going on here. Yeah. There's genuinely nothing to make fun of, so I'll probably just play that from video game. Like you should,
An
Johnny.
ordinary vent.
Okay.
There's some blue paint on the inner side of the frame.
Oh my god. Somebody spilled some paint. It could have been all this marine life. Think about it. SpongeBob is near. You remember the episode. Sorry.
Looks like something worked against it. This may have something to do with the case.
Right. Or we can actually go outside and what does this vent connect to, you know? Can we
It's a
check the
regular
balcony?
sliding window with a crescent lock. There are no suspicious marks on it.
So it might not have been used.
There is a small veranda outside. We're on the 2nd floor, so any rain that falls off the eaves flows to the drain.
Oh. Wonder if that drain will come into play. We actually can't visit. You can only see it though. Does that vent do anything? From this point of view, it doesn't look like it. Okay, I'm just like actually like serious mode right now. Let's check out this hardwood
Right.
floor. There's some stains on the floor. It's likely due to the water spilled from the fish tanks. Other than that, nothing else seems suspicious. Okay. So just some water, no one cleaned up, sure. Well, it is a crime scene. Interestingly enough, no clues here. But yeah, his head was dunked in. My primary assumption is that either it's the fiance or just some Amaterasu punks that, yeah. Well, I mean, this guy was probably retired, given the age of his, daughter, but... All right, let's look here. That sure is a fish tank.
All of the fish tanks have been shattered. There's broken glass scattered on the inside, which means it's certain someone smashed it inward.
So the possibility of the school of fish running away seems less and less likely.
Why would someone do this?
It is a little weird. Like, yeah, smashing the tanks doesn't make sense unless there has to be a purpose for that. That doesn't add up. That only makes the crime look more fishy. I couldn't help myself. All right. Ooh, Mark's here too. God dang! Could all the water been to wash away the paint?
There is a sticky substance stuck to the door frame. Perhaps tape residue?
Why would you put tape? To keep the water out from the hall, maybe? Because, sometimes burglars, right, they put tape on a window so you can bust it open, right? It's not necessarily burglars. I think people just do that when they're replacing windows, but what do I know? You only stole cookies from a cookie jar. Equipment and food for the tropical fish are placed together. Seems like nothing has been used since the incident. There's some dust. Wasn't it like a freaking day ago? No? And our last clue is wall stains here too. So it was all over, whatever the crud this paint.
What is this? There's a stain here that looks like a horizontal line.
Why would it be here?
Upon close inspection, there appears to be a faint outline of the same stain along all 4 walls.
Well, it wasn't. Okay, hypothetically, if it was flooded, there would be more evidence of that, right? Well, wait, no, they could get away with that by using the drain out near the balcony. Everything we're seeing right now is indicating that, but I've investigated the things of note, but not really getting much here. Not gonna lie, Lara.
That's about all I can investigate for now. I should go talk to our clients before I observe the crime scene at the time the body was discovered.
Really? Not before. I mean, the room's empty. You have all the...
The crime scene has been inspected, Chief.
Thanks.
There are a few things I'd like to confirm.
Yes, please ask me anything.
Can you give me the details of when you discovered the body?
It was, I think, around 6 in the morning. My father usually woke up early for breakfast, but when I went to get him, he wasn't in his room. So I looked around and noticed Sugar barking at this room.
Sugar.
Sugar?
That's the name of our dog.
Okay, can we see the dog in question? I'm not gonna interrogate him, I just, you know. I'm a dog. Oh my god, he's so realistic. Look at... They are so realistic. Sugar!
Hey!
Oh, not allergic to dogs, are you? Hello? Oh my god, you're loud.
Sugar sure is happy. She's rarely friendly with anyone.
She barks at me all the time.
There.
Shall we continue?
Sticky dogs interrupting my time with the... Oh, right, she has a fiance. But...
Oh, sorry. Sugar was barking in front of the room, so I opened the door to take a look.
Right, when you open the door, did anything weird happen?
There I saw my father. His head was in the fish tank. He was already gone.
I heard her scream and ran over. But what I saw took my breath away. The fish tanks were all destroyed. The floor was covered with water. All the tropical fish Father loved were scattered across the floor. Dead.
So they were dead. Here I thought, could this have been a fish heist? You know, they flood this room and there's easier ways to do a fish heist, but you know.
Were they valuable?
I'm not sure. I don't know how much they were worth, but the fact is, my father cared for them a great deal.
So they're not like priceless, okay.
If the fish were expensive, do you think someone tried to steal them?
Then maybe just failed?
Are you implying my father's murder was an afterthought?
Well, I'm just considering possibilities.
You gotta look at it from every angle. I mean, your father is definitely... His life was way more important than some fish. I'm just...
If they were going to steal the fish, I doubt they'd smash the tanks. You're right.
Maybe they botched it?
Do you know the estimated time of death for the victim?
I believe it was around 10 o'clock the night before.
I guess that's what the peacekeeper said.
When was the last time you saw him alive?
Right around 7 that night. I ate dinner with him. He went to his room after that.
Okay, so there's your alibi for him, but...
Does anyone else live here?
It's just me and him now. The servant left after making dinner before 7.
So it's probably not them.
Tell me, what were you doing around 10 that night?
After finishing dinner with my father, I did some cleaning and washed the dishes. Jaren came to the dining hall around 8 for dinner. And then we watched TV in the living room until around midnight.
Yes. I know for certain we were together between 8 and midnight. Did you ever get up during that time? Such as to go to the bathroom?
I don't think so.
Were there any screams or sounds of a struggle around 10 at night? No, not at all.
Nothing? I'm trying to figure this one out like I'm laser focused. Last case? Oh my god, we saw that so easy. This one?
I see.
I got nothing.
That leaves me wondering who entered that room, when they did, and why they smashed all the fish tanks.
There's a lot of Y's. Not enough Z's. We gotta wrap this up.
The fish tanks are large and have thick glass. You'd think you'd hear them being smashed.
Unless...
could put tape, but then there'd be tape residue on the glass. And yeah, the shattering doesn't look like that.
True. All I know for certain is that we didn't hear anything like that.
Nothing at all. Well, hold on. If they flooded the entire room, the sound would be dampened by the water, right? I'm trying to think. Because, yeah, sound does theoretically, if you flooded a whole room... I mean, if you flooded a whole room and then smashed the glass... Oh my god, I'm about to go try that. I need to... No. I'm not going to break one of my glasses underwater and see if it makes a sound. But I really want to.
Do you often come in and
Almost
out of
like-
this room?
Not at all. Only my father used this room.
What did the peacekeepers have to say when they saw the state of things in the room?
They said my father was stressed out. That he lost control and smashed all the tanks himself.
That is totally reasonable. When Adobe Premiere crashes, I get the same way, so, you know.
Was he actually stressed out?
Truth be told, my father was lamenting over a prized tropical fish he had accidentally killed that morning. I thought he could have done something extreme, given how much he regretted his mistake.
I mean, I think that might be a coincidence.
He did look rather depressed.
Still, my mild-mannered father would never do something like this.
Did you notice anything strange about your father during dinner?
He was sad about the fish, but he ate normally. I didn't notice anything in particular.
It's hard to think he was so distraught that he'd smash all the tanks on his own.
Yeah, it's like, well, I already destroyed one fish. Might as well kill them all and myself, too! That's...
You're right.
Yeah.
But that's what the peacekeepers told us happened.
Jesus.
I'll take another look around. For now, I'd like to ask you to leave the room.
Yeah, we're gonna need that forte.
So you're gonna do that thing, yeah? I'm counting on you.
Why do you gotta say it like that?
Let's wait
I
outside.
guess he's keeping it low key, but you can do that thing? You know, that thing you do. The thingy? Yeah, I'm gonna do the Harlem Shake. Now get out of here. It's embarrassing. God, talk about dated references. Okay, so...
The trump card is still face down. Time to use my post-cognition to see how things were at the time the body was first discovered.
Let's see if this changes everything. I mean, it honestly should, but... For some reason, I thought we couldn't move while we did this. That was only with, you know, okay, so the door was open. Fish were, ooh, that's bad. Ooh, jeez.
The victim's body is kneeling against the edge of a fish tank with his head inside.
Don't show it.
Like the other tanks, this one is smashed up too.
Actually, I do want to see his face. Like, is he actually the fortune teller, or am I being super?
Looking closely, he's soaking wet.
I'm so sorry.
It'd make sense if it was just his upper body. But for his whole body to be soaked is unusual.
Wait, the whole body. The entire alright, body was kneeling against the edge of the... What does it mention? Okay. Okay, let's check the window, because I'm sure it's something to do with his drain. Oh, that did change.
It's not locked. Anyone could come and go through here. Perhaps this is how the culprit entered the place.
Okay. They make the sound effect. That mildly frustrates me. Okay. And we got... Oh!
There's a dead tropical fish in the drain on the veranda.
That almost sums it up.
Why would that be there?
They flood... Why did you flood the room? What is going on here? I'm like worried I actually can't finish this DLC. There's so much that's happening. Alright, vent time.
The
Nothing.
paint stuck on the frame can be seen here.
So that paint is still... Yeah. That is weird. I'm trying to recall every element of post-cognition, right? How is that relevant? God, I'm pretty sure I remember Alara's forte. It's just, yeah, like, hey, when someone died, this is what the room looks like. Wall stains are still here. I'm not seeing too much that's different. Oh, man, they got Dory. Bro, that's effed up. Whoa! Now, that can't be a coincidence. Come on, now. These brutes. Okay, fish keeping equipment. This is all knocked over. Time the was found, many things were scattered around. Clearly foul play. I mean, there's also the broken glass tanks, but could this sort of mess be caused by just a broken fish tank? I doubt it. The water. the water. He was really upset about losing that one fish. There is the chance that that one was so exotic, so rare, it was worth a fortune. They were just tearing the place apart trying to find it. Oh god, sorry. Even in post-cognition, traces of sticky substances are on the frame, with some kind of tape stuck on. They'd also have to get the jump on him. Like, this one's so weird. It's like, okay, he's in this room, he's like, yada, yada, yada. Then someone has to enter from this window and, like, knock him out. That would have to indicate that they either were here without the daughter and her fiance knowing. Oh my god, this is so weird. I've not played in a month, so I'm not, like, in that detective mindset, so maybe that's a problem.
I see.
All tanks seem to have been smashed inward. There's not much difference from the room in its present state. Yeah, okay, so there's nothing I'm missing. They're almost identical. The dump? So Lars Forte's just not used in their own DLC? Seems the stains of the walls were present when the body was found. I don't see any particular differences. No. The stains are darker when they are currently. Does that mean they were made around this time? Okay, and they're slightly darker in the past.
I'm beginning to see the truth behind this case.
You are?
That's all the investigating I need to do for now.
Okay. Let's just let them do their thing.
Are you done?
Yo, what is that?
The dog has something in her mouth.
Okay, come on, video game.
Hey, Sugar!
Don't steal. What the
What's
heck?
this?
That's Sugar's favorite toy. It's just a rubber hose tied up in a knot.
It is. How favorite is it? Like, you know, is it a recent acquisition?
Ever since she was a puppy, Sugar has loved playing tug-of-war with a rubber hose.
Are you serious?
So I still make toys out of hoses like this. But I don't think I made one for her recently. Where did she get it from?
Where did she get it from, indeed?
Wow, that's interesting. Let me take a look.
Wait, don't touch it.
What?
What's wrong?
Is it poisoned?
Put that in a plastic bag without touching it directly. I believe it's evidence.
Poisoned Sugar would not be too pleased.
That's evidence?
I mean, Sugar got to touch it. I don't see why I can't.
Consider it a precaution.
Okay, whatever. So yes, a hose. And as we all know, where there's hose, there's water. All right, let's...
How's the investigation going?
Freaking... I'm not gonna lie, not good.
Are the peacekeepers right? Did my father pass away due to an accident? Or was it...
The answer is clear. This was no accident, but a murder.
How he got murdered is still, honestly...
Really?
Yeah, but, like, how?
What makes you think it's a murder?
I don't know, Hilara. Could have been pressure. I mean, you know... Pressure losing that fish? You know.
My thinking.
It's because of the... What? The fish tanks. What the frick? It must be a murder because of... Yeah, the fish tanks. They're smashed. Doesn't add up. Like, bro, I'm overthinking, obviously. Yeah, like, how do you explain that if he just, like, electrocuted himself?
The victim died with his head in the fish tank. Is that right?
But just that one, you know?
Yes, that is certain.
As you can see, this fish tank was destroyed like all the others.
Oh, right. Also, it's the direction.
That is far too strange. It means something logically impossible occurred.
Impossible? What do you mean?
Wait, hold on. I might be wrong.
I shouldn't have to explain it.
Okay.
If the victim drowned with his head in the tank, then it had to be filled with water.
Oh. Good point.
But as you can see, the fish tank is destroyed, meaning it is unable to contain water.
Right, unless he drowned and then just with his last burst of strength destroyed it.
Like with the other tanks, the water spilled out when it was smashed, emptying it. So how could the victim drown in a fish tank that held no water?
Oh, now that you mention it.
Right. The order of, you know, the steps just doesn't make any sense.
The peacekeepers claim the victim was disoriented and smashed the fish tanks himself. But if the victim was still alive when he smashed the fish tanks, it would have been impossible for him to have drowned.
In other words, the victim was drowned, then placed next to the fish tank to make it seem like an accident.
Right. It's pretty safe to assume that... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god, you could have killed him with just the room.
The culprit must have believed this camouflage would be enough to fool the peacekeepers.
Dude.
So my father was murdered.
Yes, there is no mistake about it. This is murder.
Hold on.
Are you sure? Yako's just like, I'm not convinced.
If the culprit wanted to make the victim look like he drowned, why did they destroy the fish tank?
Maybe a side effect of their killing method?
Didn't they realize their cover would be blown? And plus, all the fish tanks were destroyed, not just that one.
It must have been part of their plan for the peacekeepers to overlook this contradiction.
Admit in any other game or movie or anything, that'd be like, oh, come on. But the peacekeepers are purposely inept, so it makes, oh, that's so good.
However, destroying the tanks required a lot of effort. If the culprit did so despite the contradiction it created, then we have to assume there was an unavoidable reason behind it.
Like they had to? I'm still thinking they gave him a sedative or something, flooded the whole room. But wouldn't he just float?
An unavoidable reason.
So, who is the culprit?
I don't freaking know, dang.
I must investigate further to find that out. I'll report back once I find the answer.
Yes, please.
Has anyone outside your family entered or left the house recently?
I don't think so.
Were there any tradesmen who came to work on your place?
I can't think of any.
Allow me to change the question. Have you recently done any remodeling or repairs to the home?
Oh, now that you mention it.
What?
The rain gutters on the roof were broken, so Jaren fixed them.
What?
He fixed the rain gutters?
Yes, he's an avid DIYer.
Uh-huh.
He not only fixed the broken parts, but also checked the gutters around the whole building, which was a lot of work.
Dang, he must really love you, huh, to do all this? It's gotta be him, right? He finds this plain Jane who happens to be rich. And, you know, sure, honey bunny, I'll watch The Office again for you. Sure, honey bunny, I'll fix all the gutters. And just plans to kill her dad and then her and then run away with the money. With yet again another water-based crime. Oh, rain code, how dare you. It is cool there's a crime based around rain, though. I'll say that.
I see. That concludes my investigation.
All right, we're on. We gotta.
Are you sure that's enough? Jeez, you're always off in your own world. I'm sorry about that. Our ace detective isn't very friendly.
Unlike me, I'm really a great guy once you get to know me.
That being said, I believe this case will be solved soon. Please be patient for just a bit longer.
Thank you.
We're actually finished with the investigation? No fooling. What are they gonna do now? Interrogate Jaren? I mean, that's all. Like, what else can you do? There's wait, wow, we're back at home. Ah.
Alara, just as you suspected, it could be the fiance.
But that's almost too easy.
Jaren has been living in the client's home and mooching off her since he got fired from his job a year back.
Oh, there's a motive.
He's in quite a lot of debt, too. At one point, he was spending almost all his time in casinos.
How that sweet girl who happens to love, who's just maybe a little too in love with Michael Scott and his, you know, paper company antics. Like, she knows how to pick him. Oh my god.
He kept asking the client's father for money, but was always denied. Seems the father was also against their marriage.
Oh my god, I can only imagine why.
So money is the motive. If the father were to die, the daughter would inherit everything. So if he married her, the money would be his.
Right.
Makes sense. The thing is, that man has an alibi.
Oh yeah.
The victim's estimated time of death is 10 at night. There's no mistake that Jaren was with the client at that time.
But what if it's a... What if he had a scheme? because he has access to the house. He also did the whole guttering and stuff. He could have easily... I think I just figured it all out.
Yeah, makes no sense to suspect Tetra, since she's our client. So we have to assume his alibi is airtight.
Right. I agree.
Well, okay, so hold up. Here's my theory. My thought process: flood the entire room with water by just putting a tube in this vent and just letting the hose run, right? That would explain why the walls are so sticky, because that's where the water level was. And that's also maybe why the tanks cracked. I mean, because the water... Admittedly, it has been a while since I've taken science class. I mean, just look at him, though. It has to be him. He's evil. I don't even like The Office. I just like it because she likes it. Then you like The Office, you douchebag. Okay. Oh, my God. Look at that rain gutter, though. Look at that rain gutter. You almost wouldn't need a tube. You just set that up. And slowly but surely, but that would also... We'd also need a way to pacify the lady's father and get tape inside that room. Which, I mean, if he was totally knocked out, he could achieve. But yeah, he was totally drowned. Like, we already know that. So we're like 90% of the way there.
His alibi is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Not only was he with Tetra at 10, but he was also with her for 2 hours before and after.
But if his setup was mobile, or like not mobile, but hands off, you know?
So, as it stands, it's impossible for him to have killed the victim.
Oh, Yako, you're thinking too small time. Come on.
The alibi isn't a problem. It's possible if a certain trick was used.
Wait, maybe I'm off. What?
A trick?
I think I'm wrong.
But I still lack hard evidence.
Yeah, we just need a little bit more.
Perhaps it's worth rolling the dice here.
Hey, are you sure about this?
We'll make our move tonight. Let's go to the client.
Oh. We're going back. Okay. Because if we get up on that roof... You know what? Yeah, he likes DIY. The emphasis in die. Because he'd be killing people with this effing room, bro. There's something on that roof. Oh, but how do you get to the roof?
Is it true that you know the truth behind this case?
What? You saw the form?
That's right, miss. Allow me to explain. The key detail for this case is the victim's cause of death. Without a doubt, the victim died by drowning. But making it look like he drowned in the fish tank was camouflage. Why would such a thing even be needed? Because it secured the killer's alibi.
You said that the victim's time of death was around 10 p.m. In other words, the culprit secured their alibi at the same time as they murdered the victim.
Oh my god. Well, how would you control that? Oh right, if you built the mechanism.
Is that really possible?
Through a certain trick, it was possible to drown the victim even if the culprit wasn't there.
Drown him without being there?
Yeah, because it's hands off.
The trick the culprit used was...
Huh? The hose? We still don't know how they knocked out the guy, though. And then, yeah, flooded the room. There you go.
First, it involves this rubber hose.
Oh, Tony's
That's-
grabbing his pants.
Sugar's toy.
If you untie the knot, it returns to being a hose. This was what was first used in the crime.
How was it used? Don't tell me that's the murder weapon.
It kind of is.
If you check the vent, you'll see the color of paint scraped on there matches the hose.
I didn't think about that.
It was likely passed through the vent.
Right. Damn, what kind of cheap paint's on that goddamn hose? I thought it was the paint from the surrounding area. I goofed up.
Someone put the hose in the vent. Why would anyone do that?
It's nothing special. The hose was simply used for its original purpose.
Look at this dude acting like, oh, yeah, I see, that's interesting theory. Yeah, oh my god.
Its original purpose?
One end of the hose was placed on the edge of the rain gutter on the veranda side. Prior to this, the culprit adjusted the rain gutter so that the hose could be inserted into it.
Bro, are you for real? He got killed with the water in Conai Ward?
The rainwater from the gutter passed through the hose, filling the room.
Huh? What do you mean? Hilari, you think this place got flooded with rainwater? That would drench the whole place.
And clearly this place is as dry as I am. I drink, but, not that...
When the body was found, the room was, in fact, drenched.
But that was because of the broken fish tanks, right?
That's part of it. But the main reason was due to rainwater pouring into the enclosed room.
He's still doing the thinking emoji, bro. Like, come on, you're not slick. Like,
Wait, what do you mean? What's the point in flooding this room with rainwater?
The culprit's goal was to secure their own alibi at the estimated time of death. This trick was necessary for that.
I don't get it. Can you explain from the beginning?
Let's go over what the culprit did on the day of the crime in order. First, the culprit mixed sleeping pills into the victim's dinner.
okay, yeah, they
While the
could
victim
get access
was
to that.
asleep, the culprit proceeded to prepare the trick.
Sleeping pills in his food? That reminds me. My father did seem sleepy shortly after eating dinner.
You gotta make note of this stuff, Tetra. God dang it.
After dinner, the victim likely went to his room to lay down. The culprit then sneaked into his room and carried him out while he was asleep. That was how the victim was transported to this room.
At this point, you're sure he was still alive?
Of course. If the culprit murdered the victim earlier, then their alibi wouldn't have worked.
But then how did they tape the door? Maybe it's not tape? But no, the water would leak out of the... Maybe not.
The culprit had to murder him in such a way that would secure their alibi. The preparations were done in this room.
But yeah,
After bringing the victim here, the culprit used duct tape on the gap near the door to weather strip it.
okay.
Weather strip? What's that?
It prevents water from leaking outside.
Dang, bro, we gotta do that down here. It's stupid. I didn't even think of that. It's when them hurricanes come, bro. Water comes up to your front door. You gotta, you know, like...
What do you mean?
Like, I've never had to deal with this before. I live in a submarine. Water's not really a big deal to me.
Let me explain.
Laura out here talking like a TikToker. Water can enter your dwelling if you're not careful. Let me explain. And then they do that, you know. Anyway.
After weather stripping the door, the culprit started destroying the fish tanks. The culprit likely covered them with cloth to dampen the noise.
Okay. I guess that, yeah, that makes sense. So it wasn't duct tape, but...
Once he smashed all of them, he leaned the victim onto the fish tank. The culprit then moved to the window on the veranda and weather stripped the outside of it.
What? I guess we didn't go outside the veranda.
Finally, they took the hose connected to the rain gutter and passed it through the vent to the inside of the room.
But then how did little fishy get outside?
Preparations in place, the culprit leapt through the veranda and returned to the mansion as if nothing had happened.
How does that complete everything? The victim was still alive at the time, right? When was he murdered?
The victim naturally drowned after being left alone for several hours.
Huh? How's that?
The rainwater from the rubber hose flooded the room in a few hours. The whole room was turned into a fish tank,
What?
this time filled with rainwater.
And I guess the office was just so loud, like they didn't hear. Do you hear that, Remington? What's his effing name? Not freaking. Do you hear that, Jaren? I hear running water. Curious. Like,
And that is how the victim drowned.
bro, this will never happen. This can only happen in a mansion. Cause man, that's a lot of water on the second floor, bruh.
The whole room was flooded?
Like,
That can't be.
I mean, think about it.
The proof lies in the stained walls. The day of the murder, the room must have been filled to that line with rainwater.
He straight up did not think all this through. I mean, he's in debt and all this crap, so like, you know, he's still gambling, like, so it's clearly not that smart, but bro, come on.
Rainwater killed the victim?
It's not really that surprising, Yako. The chapter is called Raining Cats and Dogs.
Correct. Only in this city could such an approach be possible. The rain never stops in Kanai Ward. This makes it easy to estimate the amount of rainfall to a certain degree.
Right. Dang. You did all this bull crap. Yeah, I'm gonna calculate how much water you went out, bought a hose instead of getting a goddamn job. Men. Anyway.
So it is not impossible to create this alibi trick with some calculation.
Right.
I think that's a bit of a stretch.
No, come on.
Wouldn't it take at least half a day for the room to fill with enough rainwater to drown the victim?
Well,
I'm sure it would require more rainwater than usual to accomplish it.
But maybe did something on the roof with the drain?
Which means you'd need to gather all the rain falling around this giant mansion.
If they just look outside the mansion, it's like, oh, there's a giant funnel, huh? I wonder why that's up there.
Gather all of it. How?
Giant funnel attached.
It would require slight adjustments to the rain gutters. After that, the rainwater would flow to the veranda.
Adjustments to the rain
He
gutters?
finally changed his expression. Well, I'll be darned. You got me, Alora. Wow. Wait, he's not like rich, but you know.
There would be
should talk
plenty
like
of
that.
water if all of the rain that pours upon the mansion is rerouted to this room.
So no giant funnel.
That explains how the culprit secured their alibi while drowning the victim. In the morning, before the body was found, they removed the weather stripping and drained the water through the veranda.
Yeah, to cover their tracks. And dispose of the comically large funnel.
If you check the drain in the veranda, you should find dead tropical fish that were carried out with the rainwater.
Oh, that right.
The culprit smashed the tanks beforehand to prevent rainwater from being stored
But
inside.
that's the only way some fish should be carried out to the veranda.
Well, that's how I would have done it. But maybe the culprit didn't realize that before they started draining the water.
All right, Sean Chiplock, you've been quiet for a minute now. Come on, say something, bro. Say something.
Seeing the fish tanks filled with
He's
rainwater,
right there.
the culprit panicked and smashed all of the glass to hide the evidence. They must have carelessly broken the one fish tank the corpse was leaning on in the process. Isn't that how it went, Jaren?
Me?
I'll be direct. You are the culprit.
It's not really that surprising now that I've said it all that loud. What's he gonna do? How's he gonna react to this?
Hold on. Is this some kind of joke? Why would I kill my father-in-law? That's stupid.
I have literally nothing to gain. Literally!
But you were fixing the rain gutters a few days before the incident.
That's because you asked me to fix them.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, hold up.
How does fixing some stuff pin me as the culprit?
Well, why'd she ask you to fix them? Maybe you broke them on purpose. She's like.
That's crazy talk.
So you intend on maintaining that you're not the culprit?
Come on, take responsibility, bro.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Then we'll have to ask our little friend for the answer.
What? Jesus? Well, he's not you little, but
Come here, sugar.
right on demand like that?
This is the rubber hose used for the trick. There are scrapes on its surface. That's the proof. I'm sure the culprit tried to dispose of it, tying it into a knot before throwing it away.
Oh, right, the rest of the hose. Shugs can find it.
But our friend here found it for us. Good girl, sugar. Only the culprit has directly touched the rubber hose. I'm certain his scent is still on it. Tell us, sugar, who do you smell on this?
I don't know. I don't know if this will hold up in court, but all right.
So, it is you.
I'm finally convinced. A dog barked in your location.
Well, maybe. Yeah, it's pretty darning. I will say that.
This is complete nonsense. I won't accept it. If I have to, I'll kill all of you.
He says with a turtleneck. Bro, you can't even find that thing. Your outfit's already strangling you. You cannot survive.
Hey, don't tell me that you're really...
I was so close
Ah, frig, got a knife.
to getting all that money.
Oh, come on!
Calm down. Hey, why me? I can kill the woman anytime. I'll start off with you.
Okay.
Damn you, detectives. This is your fault for sticking your nose into my life.
What's going
Can
on?
you handle this on your own, Chief?
Obviously not!
I'm pretty bad at this sort of thing. Please help. Shut up! I'll kill... Ow.
Oh yeah, it's over. Dang, that's Frosty! Oh, Laura, I think you killed him too. Oh my god. What? It sounds like a gunshot. What did you hit him with? It was a coin. Oh my god. Did you get him with the hose?
You saved
That'd be
me.
funny as frick. They tied him up. Oh my.
I thought it would be like this. What am I supposed to do?
Oh my god, I watch Netflix, man. All right, puppers.
You're
Hello.
not alone.
Huh?
That's what she's saying.
This reminds me of this episode of The
If you ever need
Office.
help, come to us.
You can come to me
Nocturnal Detective
anytime.
Agency will always be at your service.
Y'all goes out a sleaze bag. We know this. You know, the single life. That dog is crazy, bro. They spent how many polys are in that dog? Be honest with me, Spike Chunsoft. 1 million? 2 million? I think that's like totally acceptable. My point is, every model in this game is like unbelievably detailed for like no reason. Kitty.
As promised, you can keep that cat here.
I don't need your help.
What?
That's what the cat is saying.
Halar, you can't talk. You gotta outgrow this. I speak for the cats. All the pets. I can commune with them. Yeah, whatever you say, Halara. Anyway.
Come on, this cat thinks it's some sort of hard-boiled detective. Well, I suppose I don't mind.
Seriously, a detective? Animal? Like a pet? Solving crimes? That'd be ridiculous.
This city is a difficult place to live. Even for the animals.
Hold up.
Right. I hope we can keep solving the mysteries here to make this city a better place. And make it a nicer place for them to live too.
I sincerely hope so.
Oh gosh.
You're so cold to humans, but you like animals.
Are you teasing me?
What the dog? Oh my god.
See?
I'm just
There you
setting
go again,
facts.
making that scary face.
Oh my god, I can't even see it and I'm terrified. Like
Seeing you play with the cat, you look kind of cute.
oh my god. Yako, behave. This is a public workplace relationship. You should know better.
It sure would be nice to see more of that smile around here.
You know, Laurie, you're pretty cute when you smile. You should do that more, baby. Yako? Is this Yako we know? Like yeah, no one ever likes when people say that.
I hope you keep using your powers to change this city. I know you can do it. For their sake, too.
That depends on the payment.
Come on. Well, how's this? Consider it the reward for this case. And maybe you could ask for permission next time.
But they're allergic. So like, what's happening? Did that just get retconned for the
Thanks.
sake of the DLC? Like, I kept up with my I guess they're covering all their skin except their hand. I don't. So how are we gonna rate this one? I'm gonna keep it real. As far as the actual mystery goes, the most enjoyable. But it was still confined to a single room. It's kind of... I'm trying really hard not to hate, but god dang. Halara's got the... I don't want to say lamest forte, but it sure ain't flashy. Oh, I guess right. What's Sean Chiplock? Hey! Before we go, let's do some gumshoe gabs, because frankly, I forgot to do them last time. Starting with Vivia, who is the final DLC that was finally announced. How you been, bro? Still doing that knife thing? You know, where you put in my face? Yes, I'm thinking about doing that again. No, God.
What are you reading?
Why do you ask?
That's usually, you know, what you do when you want to talk to somebody and they're reading and you interrupt them, you know.
It's rare to hear you laugh.
Oh.
So I was wondering what the book was about.
I audibly laughed out loud and probably looked like a psycho in the middle of the gym today. I was listening to an audiobook and it was so effing funny. I was just in stitches. No care in the world. But for Vivi, it's just a tee.
I see. So you wish to learn about the book?
Oh my god, just effing tell me, what are you reading?
You won't know by the title alone, but the genre is
Slapstick comedy. They make books about that?
fantastique.
Fantastique. I've never heard of that.
Fantastique?
It's not a major genre,
so there's no need to be ashamed if you haven't heard of it.
Ashamed?
The definition of fantastique is up for debate, but the ones I prefer to read are the ones with ghosts and demons. Stories of mythic worlds that cannot exist within our grasp of the laws of nature.
Oh, I'm down for that. There's this one about hell I've been meaning to read. I guess, is that technically fantastique? Oh, smart Alex in the comment section. You talk about the Bible, Johnny? Did you forget the name of the Bible? No, it's God's Demon. Supposedly it's pretty good, but... God's Demon. God, that sounds really try-hard.
That doesn't sound interesting at all.
What? Only I get Vivia, bro. That's what they're
I guess
saying.
it's kind of like how people who obsess over music end up listening to stuff regular people can't comprehend.
You could have just name-dropped 40X. Come on. Like, we know what you're talking about.
Well, I can lend it to you if you're interested.
But why is he laughing at that? Like, it's like beyond fantastique. So it's not fantasy in the traditional sense like Lord of the Rings. It's even beyond that. Bro, give me that sucker.
Yes, please.
You're so kind, Yuma. But it's all right.
Oh, he saw through it. And you clearly have no interest in God's Demon.
I can tell you're not interested at all.
Aww.
That's not true.
I kinda am.
Hang on. I should tell him directly. I'm sorry.
I wanna read
I
it!
think I'll pass.
That's bullcrap. I'm actually
No
mad.
need to feel bad about it. I figured the odds of you saying no were 99%. Besides, this book isn't widely read in the first place.
Oh, is it erratic? Oh, goodness.
Still, that surprises me.
What does? Me reading the fantastique?
Well, it's more like I didn't expect a detective to be reading stuff like that. How do I put this? I thought detectives would read more logical stuff.
Like nonfiction. Oh, so that's how Steve Jobs got Ligma. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Doesn't it feel weird to read something that's not realistic?
Reading just makes me feel sick, period.
I guess it hits a little close to home.
No. I actually prefer stories where logic can't be used to explain it away.
I see.
Kind of like a mystery lab.
If you think that illogical stories feel strange, perhaps you believe all mysteries must be solved.
Well, in a utopia, yeah, they would be.
All mysteries must be solved. I never really thought about it, but maybe you're right. You don't feel the same way, Vivia?
I believe some mysteries should never be solved.
Like what color my underwear is.
For example, UFOs and other supernatural phenomena.
Listen, he's spitting. If we do find UFOs, and for the record, I do not believe the chances of aliens that we have seen also existing in a humanoid shape as us. Let's just keep it real. I find that hard to believe. But if we do find them, and they make us live forever and torture us and keep us as slaves, yeah, I don't want to live that long, bro. See that?
Many people harbor their dreams and fantasies in those mysteries, so shattering them is simply cruel. Besides, memories from our childhood are not all beautiful.
Oh.
However, there is no doubt they are innocent.
Oh, don't hit it. What?
If there's a river of time, its water is horribly murky.
Oh my goodness, Vivi. Why'd you gotta drop that? I'm so worried.
Here he goes again. I'm sure it's something he doesn't want to talk about.
He's trying. He's just creasing the door open a little bit.
But why would he
can't
think
crease
that
it.
way if he believes not all mysteries should be solved?
Is he on the team or not? Ooh. If you're playing this in the main story, you might think, oh, maybe he's up to maybe he's up to no good. Maybe he's Fink the murder painter. What was the name again?
Maybe that's where his secret lies.
Master, you and Vivia seem to have grown even closer.
Listen, I'm pretty biased, but you got to admit that's not a bad Vivi one. Like, ooh, Now to totally ruin it with Desuhiko. He's up next. Probably should have done some in his DLC episode, but I effing forgot. Sorry. Totally not sorry.
Desuhiko took me to a rooftop.
Being so high up feels fantastic. Makes you feel alive.
Is it gonna make it weird? And besides, the view ain't bad either. You can look down girls' shirts.
So why'd you call me up here?
Hopefully it's for a wholesome reason.
But didn't I tell you why?
No, you told me to shut up and follow along.
That sounds believable.
Sorry about that. I totally forgot. I love the view from here, so I wanted to share it with you, my man.
I'm sorry. That's so nice. This is something special. This is just like with Yako, man. It's just like, I really love it up. Is this not the same area? It's been a while, admittedly, but...
The view? Well, I guess it's not so bad, but it isn't exactly exciting either.
Yuma! It's a little mid, not gonna lie, man. Oh, was this important to you or something?
Yeah, it's not the best view in the world or anything. The reason why I love it up here is because it helps me envision my mission of becoming a star.
Okay. Sounds decent.
Your mission?
Wait, shouldn't your mission be like to, remove all mysteries from the world? What are you...
Yep. It's to completely capture the hearts of all the people I can see from here.
Oh.
If I can't charm them all, then who am I to say I'm a star, you know?
I mean, like, I don't even like the Beatles, bro. And they're like the most popular, like, safest music ever, bro. You can't win them all. Lord knows I don't want these videos.
I suppose that's normal to expect from a star, yeah?
I can't wrap my head around this guy.
Totally. A real star could charm 100 or even 1,000 times more people.
Speaking of which, I've been wondering, why do you want to be both a star and a detective at the same time?
Sounds like something that is nearly impossible to achieve.
Where did that come from?
I mean, working together for a while.
Well, I figured detective work is done in the shadows, but a star kinda has to stand out and shine.
Right, it's quite the contrast.
I just thought it's a weird combination.
You're weird. Your desires are odd. I despise you. You're seriously strange.
I see. Well, I was planning on writing about it in my autobiography.
Oh my god.
But why not? I'll let you in on a little secret, my man.
Trust me, I'm not gonna tell anybody, because no one will care to listen.
I had the feeling he was itching to talk about it.
So, the reason why I'm both a detective and a star. I should start with why I became a detective in the first place. Here's why. I had the talent for it.
Yeah, as one does.
Huh? That's rather short.
Well, I mean, then he goes to WDO and gets the training, right?
Yep. I've been handy since I was a kid. I was especially good at disguising myself.
Little Desuhiko. Well, literal Desuhiko. Putting a mop on his head. Look, I'm a lady. Look at my... Anyway.
When I realized I'd make a good detective, it was smooth sailing from there.
But you didn't learn how to disguise yourself in school. How did you know you were good at it?
I guess a little bit of trial and error.
You might not believe it, but I was a pretty gloomy kid with some real self-esteem issues.
Oh, you... Well, that's all in the past, Desuhiko.
What, you?
Oh.
Really?
Yuma! I was being sarcastic!
I always wanted to become someone else, so I started making disguises.
Oh, that's actually pretty sad.
Though I figured I had the talent for it, I was surprised to see how well it went.
You as a gloomy kid? I can't even imagine it.
I mean, seriously, you must have been the most popular kid in school. I don't understand.
I say that, but it was honestly just the angst of growing up, and that sort of stuff.
Sure. He's downplaying it a little bit. All right, understandable.
It's not like I had a terrible past or anything.
Oh.
So, don't worry about it.
Let's hope that's not just lip service, and, he had an easy life.
I get why you became a detective, but why do you also want to be a star?
Well, this all started while I was still training at the WDO. I was undercover as the singer of a band at a concert. At the time, I wasn't interested in becoming a star or anything.
Uh-oh.
When I stood on stage,
No, he's hooked on the thrill.
it was,
Wait, what happened? You good? You got really constipated? What?
Huh? What's wrong?
amazing!
Oh.
It felt so good!
That did not translate.
Oh, you weren't done.
Okay, sorry.
On that day,
Sorry.
I decided to become a star.
Not out of his love of music, or I guess if you you just love the spotlight, that's not terrible. But really, come on, you gotta work on the tunes, brother.
I thought, next time, it'll be my own skills that get me up here.
Well, he's free to dream whatever he wants.
Yeah, I guess. I
But
mean,
you didn't quit being a detective to chase after your dream of becoming a star.
Of course not. Though the idea did cross my mind. But then I realized something. There's no need to choose. I can be both. A star gets everything he wants out of life.
I don't know about that.
That's a very Desuhiko thing to say.
But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. I was getting barely any sleep, training as a star and working as a detective at the same time.
Yeah, oh my god, I can't even imagine. You should not do that.
What kind of training?
You know, the usual. Singing, dancing.
Oh, so he does practice. Wait, what? What's the third thing?
Anyway,
What?
man, what do you think is most important about being a star?
Huh? What the heck is he talking about now?
Let me think about it.
I wonder what it could be.
Definitely, I don't know. Looks sadly do matter a lot. You know, Susan Boyle's an amazing singer, but you know. Aura. Well, it worked out great for Lucario. You need luck, which is very true. Well, that kind of goes without saying, right? A winning smile. Well, heck it. Let's just pick Aura.
Your aura?
Yeah.
Nice, you get it.
Okay.
A real star is enveloped by a special aura. All day, every day. Anyone can tell from just a glance. That's why I was willing to sacrifice my sleep to develop that aura.
Dude, you cannot sacrifice. Like, dude, this is a hot take. It definitely isn't. Old man John, he needs his 8 hours. I got 7.5 yesterday. I was a zombie. Or maybe a homunculus. Like, it was effed up. Anyway.
Training to develop an aura sounds kind of like something out of a comic book.
Yeah, like it's totally made up.
Day after day, I trained as both a detective and a star. Looking back now, it sure was tough.
And you definitely achieved your goal. Like, dude, he's like the opposite. He's a babe repellent still.
But thanks to that, I've become a superstar detective.
In his own eyes.
All that's left is for the world to realize my charm.
Yeah, that might take a little while, buddy boy.
I see.
Hey, what's with that reaction? After everything I've shared, nothing.
I don't know. You kind of just like trauma dumped on me, and I don't really have sympathy. You kind of just in it for the chicks. It seems like.
It's not as though I'm uninterested or anything.
No, I definitely am, for the record.
I was honestly impressed.
Yuma, don't encourage this. Like, you barely slept at all? Wow. I can't even imagine how hard that is.
Huh?
Oh no.
If I had two things I wanted to be, I would have to give up on one of them.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, sometimes you gotta specialize. If you want to be a plumber and a beatboxer, I'm gonna keep it real. You gotta go with the one that seems like the better strat at the time.
I think you're cool for not giving up on either of them, Desuhiko.
Really?
You think wasting all my time in my selfish pursuit of the limelight's really encourageable?
Yeah, I knew it. That's the reaction I was expecting.
This is bad. This is why you're not a yes man. Desuhiko needs somebody in his life to be like, no, you need to save the world and eliminate all mysteries. Desuhiko, focus.
All right. If that's the case, you're gonna be my apprentice, right? There's currently a special promotion where I'll put 20% more effort into teaching you how to sing and dance.
Oh, brother.
I think I'll pass on that.
Master, you and Desuhiko seem to have grown even closer.
I'm exhausted. What was the point of any of that? Frankly, I couldn't tell you, but what I can tell you is one more side story remains, featuring Vivia, my fave, and Yako. R.I.P. What will it entail? Don't effing know. I guess we'll find out in like a month or so. Until then, toodles!